say you're tired, like every color is drained away. Mornings feel like mountains. Even breathing feels like.
All right, Miss Hall, I got you.
I know that kind of
Hello, Miss
quiet
Latasha.
where every thought cuts to the bone. But you
Good
are not
evening.
your
How are
words.
you?
You're more than what your head can
I'm
show.
fine.
Good, 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 good.
You have so much to live for, more than you
Did you
can
do? You
see.
got your homework available?
There are laughs you haven't laughed yet, hands you haven't held that tight. You have so much to live for, even if you
Ma'am,
can't believe.
Yeah.
So
Can you
when
hear
you
me?
feel like letting go, lean on me
yes, I can hear you now.
and stay and breathe. There's coffee with a stranger who might turn into a friend. A song you write at midnight that you'll never want to end.
Hello.
A road you haven't driven, where the rain lets down its guard. A day you finally tell yourself, I made it this far. That's hard. Oh, you have so much to live for, more than you can see tonight. There are laughs you haven't laughed yet, hands you haven't held that tight. Oh, you have so much to live for, even if you can't believe. So when you feel like letting go, lean on me and stay and breathe. Oh, you don't have to be the strongest, you just have to stay. One more day, we can sit here in the silence till the dark gets bored and fades away. You have so much to live for, more than you can feel right now. There are tears that turn to smiling. You'll get through this storm somehow. You have so much to live for, even if you can't believe. So when you think it's all been said, I'll be here. Just stay and breathe.
Just thought we'd need a little bit of inspiration. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the Legacy of Class. You guys, I am so excited about all the work that we've been doing on here. Every day that I come on here and I talk to you guys, I'm so wow. I just feel like there's so much more greater things we are doing with these classes, and you guys might not see it, but I see it being the person who having to know to have the information for you guys. I want to welcome you again to Legacy Liftoff. I want to welcome my YouTube who's out there listening or watching me on YouTube. I had to come back over here on StreamYard. The other platform doesn't give me that optic to stream out so I could stream to my other platforms right now until they really like kind of offer that. I'm probably going to stay over here for a minute. I'm going to go every now and then and I'll let you guys know. But majority, because they don't let me stream out like I'm doing over here, kind of hinders the information I want to give to you guys. Um, So, you guys in Miss Hall, I know you did. You hit me up. You and Miss Bell and Kathy, and I know Shamir wasn't feeling well. She lost a family member dear to her, so I wasn't expecting her. But our first Monday was so awesome, you guys. It was so awesome. Thank you, Miss Dixon, for showing up and showing out because she did that. She both had us almost in tears. I could say that I was doing everything I could to not cry because y'all don't need to see me cry. Um, and having that what we're doing is actually affecting someone is not to make anybody cry because that's not what my job is. I want to know that what we're doing here is affecting you in a way that your life is changing. So, what I'm asking from here on out, you guys, when we finish with these sessions, that you give me some feedback so I know that what we're doing here is moving. Well, Miss Dixon always hits me up, and Miss Hall, I owe you a consultation, and me and you have to get together. And I know your schedule is kind of busy with the baby and everything, but we just need about 15, maybe 20 minutes of a consultation we can do. Me and I hadn't got back with you on that yet. We will do that. When you let me know when you're available, we'll do it from there. So we can get you, on sort of like a path that you're trying to go on. Um, Once I find out what you want, what I'll do is I'll put something together for you so that you can, it could be like a small guide for you. So just let me know, personalized, customized guide. So saying all that, that first Monday was great. Here we go at Wednesday. Saturday, we come back up Saturday, 7:30. Now, I don't know if you guys have your workbooks. Let me know if you have your workbooks because chapters 1, 2, and 3 should already be done. And we're going to discuss them tonight. Right? Right, Miss Dixon?
Right.
Anybody? Okay. Hold up, Miss Bell. Okay. So tonight, Miss Hall, did I get you a copy of the book, the workbook, and the book itself, the ebook?
I don't believe so. I know you were supposed to send it to me.
Let me
Now, is
check
that the
my
one you were supposed to mail to me or the one that emailed me?
No, no, I was going to email it to you.
Yeah, I don't think I got that one.
Okay, let me check. I can check right now. I can check.
I'm not sure.
Okay, let me check and see if I sent you one. I can tell you if I did.
Okay, stop it. Name.
Here we go. Let's see. Workbook for inner strength. I sent it to you. I sent that to you on the I sent that to you on
Oh,
what day was that? On the 19th of May.
okay.
I sent it to you on 19th of May. That's the
All right.
workbook. And you should also have, now I only see the workbook. Let me see. I wonder why I didn't send you the ebook. Because I thought I'd send it to you. But let me go ahead and send you the ebook too at the same time.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Stop.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you
Come on now.
don't act. I don't know. Mouse acting up. Give me a second, y'all. My mouse is acting crazy. I gotta switch out my battery. Taking fine time to act the fool. My mouse did. Went out. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. You ready to go out? Coming in, come on. You want some cake? Come in. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go into my file. I apologize, you guys. Just give me a second. Let me get this to her. Um, okay, I found it. How you doing, Miss Linda? She must can't hear me.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay, I just sent it to you. Okay, you're not gonna be running in and out. You can't run in and out my office. What you gonna do? There we go. Okay. All right. I just sent it to you, Miss Hall. So we're just going to go ahead and get started on chapter 4. Who wants to start on chapter 4? Enhancing social awareness, empathy, the heart of emotional intelligence. Who wants to go start right now? Let me go ahead and pull it up over here to share this.
I'll do it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me go ahead and get us going here. Let me know if I need to make it bigger.
Come
Okay.
on.
Okay, hold up, Mr. Man. There we go. Start it. There we go. You can go ahead and start it, baby.
Can you blow it up for me a little bit?
Sure. You need it bigger.
Bigger.
Is that bigger? Is that big enough? Is that big enough? Hmm. Hello.
Do you want me to go on and read it?
Yeah, yeah. I was looking for Latasha. She was she. Who was that? Who said you wanted to read?
I'm
I'm sorry, I
here.
can't. Okay.
Me.
Is that big enough?
Um, A little bit more.
Okay. Give me a second. I can't do it too big because then it come off the screen.
Okay.
So let's see. That's 260. Right there. Is that big enough?
Yes, ma'am. Just go back up to the top where you was, where it said chapter 4.
Yes. There we go. You see it?
It's still not. It's still not. Yeah, I can see it, but it's still blocking. I guess I'll just start where it says empathy, the heart of emotional intelligence.
Yeah, let's see. What happens?
Emotional
That's
intelligence. Okay, now it's gone off.
yeah. See it. Okay, hold up. Let me put it there. There we go.
Yeah,
There
it's
we go.
sending.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Empathy is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence and serving as the bridge that connects. What is that on the side?
Hold up. Hold up.
I can't see the other side.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix that. There we go.
That connects our inner.
See, the bigger you make it, it's not going to fit on the screen.
I see that. I
You
Yeah.
want me
see.
to try Miss Latasha and read it?
Let's
I
see.
want to do it, but if it's small, I can't see the words. I mean,
Hold up. Mhm.
go back down.
That's at 250. This is at 230. That's at 220. That's at 190. See, you said you can't see it this small, right? That's six. We went too far down.
Okay.
Okay. Can you see it from here? That's at 190. So let's see. Get it.
You still have to go
Okay.
back
So
down to chapter 4.
yeah, that's three. I'm sorry. There we go. You see it?
Yes, ma'am, I can see it now.
Okay.
Empathy,
Go
the
ahead.
heart of emotional intelligence. Empathy is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence, serving as the bridge that connects our inner feelings with experiences of others. It allows us to step into another person's shoes, fostering understanding and compassion in both personal and professional relationships. Empathy plays a crucial role in building trust and rapport by recognizing and validating the emotions of others. We create a supportive environment that encourages open connection and collaboration. Practicing empathy involves listening and genuine engagement with those around us. It requires us to put aside our biased judgment and fostering and focusing instead of feeling and focusing instead
Instead on feelings and perspectives
again.
of others.
Well, I
Are
left
you
off
there?
there.
Okay. Yeah. So it says this process right here.
Okay,
You see it right here. This process.
I'm going to go back up because I think
Okay.
practicing empathy involves active listening and genuine engagement. With those around us, it requires us to put aside our bias and judgment, focusing instead on the feelings
And perspectives. Miss Dixon. She went out. Miss Dixon, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I could hear you.
Okay. Miss Dixon, she went out. I don't hear her anymore. Let me see if she need to come back in. I gotta go over to the other screen. Give me a second. She's not on there. She fell off. Oh, let me see what happened. Let's see. Um, I just okay. I'll be okay. Okay. I thought Miss Dixon fell off. Okay, Miss Bell, you can go ahead.
Miss
Miss
McCall, you
Bell?
still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Hey, Miss. Oh, there go Latasha. Okay, you still? Can you guys hear me? Latasha,
Miss
Miss Bell.
McCall, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
I
I
can
can't
hear
hear you.
you.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. We having bad weather outside tonight. Internet
Oh.
had clicked off.
Okay. That's what you know. What it's been thundering and lightning here too. So Miss Bell said
Yeah.
she's gonna come in and come back out. So that's probably what it. No, I wasn't even thinking that. That's probably what it is. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
that's
is.
what it is. It keep going
So
in
yeah.
and out because of the bad weather outside. Okay.
Yeah. All
Empathy
right.
is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence, serving as the bridge that connects our inner feelings with the experiences of others. It allows us to step into another person's shoes, understanding. Did you move with Miss Cynthia?
Yeah. Yeah. I moved it. I took it
Okay,
off. I took something off so it wouldn't be in the way. That's all.
okay. Understanding and compassion in both personal and professional relationships. Empathy plays a crucial role in building trust and by recognizing and validating the emotions of others. We create a supportive environment that encourages open communication and collaboration. Practicing empathy involves advertising, active listening, and genuine encouragement with those around us. It requires us to put aside our bias and judgment, focusing instead on the feelings and perspective of others. This process not only enhances our interpersonal skills, but also strengthens our emotional resilience. When we understand the emotions of others, we are better equipped to navigate conflict and challenges, leading to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Mindfulness and meditation practice can significantly enhance our ability. Wait a minute.
To emphasize.
Okay, yeah, emphasize by cultivating awareness of our own emotions. Though through these practices, we become more attuned to the feelings of others. Mindfulness encourages us to remain present in conversation, allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. This highlighting awareness fosters deeper connections and promotes a culture of empathy in our interactions.
So what does
Moreover, empathy is
before we finish, I want that word right there. What does that word mean to you guys? What does empathy means? And let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you two words. What does empathy means and what does apathy means?
empathy is when you, uh, I guess you think about the next person's feelings.
Okay. But isn't that the same thing what emotional intelligence is? Being aware of other people's feelings?
Yeah,
Is that the same thing? Okay. So what does empathy means to you, Miss Bell? Miss Bell. Let me see. Can you hear me, Miss Bell? She muted. Oh, she had to come back in again. Okay. Okay, there you go. Miss Bell.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you tell me what empathy means?
Empathy, to me, it means that you have a take a other take another person feelings into consideration.
Okay. Okay. That's the same thing Miss Dixon said. So it's the ability to recognize and understand, share thoughts and emotions of another person. So what does apathy mean? Either one of y'all can answer. What does apathy mean? If empathy means to recognize
It's
and
the
understand,
opposite.
so what does apathy mean?
It's the opposite. That's
Okay. So
when you
what's
don't
the
consider somebody's feeling.
okay? Let me tell y'all. Now, I opened up my phone and I did not say anything. I was looking for the word empathy, the definition of empathy. Why did it come up automatically? Because they listening to our conversation. Because I hadn't even touched
Yeah,
it even and it came up. Yeah.
it
So they
does.
was
It will do that. Whatever you
yeah.
say, your phone will pick up anything, and you'll be looking at.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody's watching you through your phone.
Exactly. And they
Yeah,
probably are. Most likely they are. Okay, so what do you think apathy is? What did you say apathy is?
it's the opposite of empathy.
Okay. What do you think, Miss Bell?
I agree with the same thing Ms. Dixon said, the opposite of empathy.
Okay. So it is psychological and emotional state characterized by the lack of motivation, enthusiasm, or concern. It is an indifference to one's surrounding or suppression of passion, causing person to feel like they simply do not care about the outcomes of their actions. So empathy is being in tune, and apathy is actually being out of tune. I guess that's how you could say it. Okay. So go ahead, Latasha. You can go ahead and finish this up right here.
Okay. Moreover, empathy is not just about understanding others. It also involves self-empathy,
Mm-hmm.
recognizing our own emotions, and treating ourselves with kindness is essential for developing a well-rounded emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Self-empathy allows us to process our feelings, making it easier to relate to and support those around us. As we nurture, as we nurture self-compassion, we build a foundation that enhances our ability to empathize with others. In conclusion, empathy is an integral part of emotional intelligence that enriches our relationship and personal growth. By incorporating mindfulness and self empathy into our daily lives, we create a more compassionate world. As adult learners, embracing empathy not only
Strengthen.
strengthens our interpersonal skills, but also empowers Okay, it's spinning. It's spinning on my
Okay.
end.
Oh,
Strengthens
okay. It's spinning.
our
Okay.
interpersonal skills, but when powers to face life's challenges with resilience and grace. The great emotional intelligence begins with the heart of empathy, inviting us to connect more deeply with our understanding nonverbal communication.
Okay. I'm gonna let
Communication plays a crucial role.
Miss Dixon. I'm gonna let Miss Bell read that. But before we go any further, think about what we said. So this next part in the conclusion paragraph, literally, when we had our first Monday, this is what happened on our first Monday. The journey towards greater emotional intelligence begins with the heart of empathy, inviting us to connect more deeply with ourselves and others. So that's what happened to me. That's what I felt happened to us when we did our first Monday. As adult learners, embracing empathy not only strengthens our interpersonal skills, but also empowers us to face life's challenges with resilience and grace. So, whatever comes our way, we're always ready to make sure that we're balanced enough emotionally so that we can be able to handle some of the things that happen to us. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to be in a perfect mindset and we have to be perfect in how we handle things. That is not going to happen right off the bat because, again, we're still adult learners. So we're still learning how to handle our emotions, how to handle our feelings, how to react to people the way they react to us. All of that is still taking place, especially when you're growing, and trying to find where you need to be on the mature level. Because we all say we mature, but I know there's things I do that's not mature at all, and I can say that about me. So I have to watch myself because, again, I'm like everybody else. I'm learning how to pick and choose where I need to be, where I need to do, how I need to say things, and how I need to interact with people. So this is a constant learning thing. Nothing happens overnight. Everything is done if you want it to be done right, you want to have practice at doing it. I'm not talking about being perfect because there's no perfect person on this earth. Everybody has a shortcoming. Everybody has a time when they need to go off on somebody or they need to say something. I'm not sitting here telling nobody do not do that. What I'm saying is learn how to react at those times that the reaction that you need doesn't necessarily always have to be something negative, doesn't always have to be something where you're about to bust them upside the head. Not all the time. Sometimes that is needed, but not all the time. You have to pick what happens in your life, the situations in your life where you think you need to go that far. Because I really believe naturally, human wise, we do have those tendencies to be angry. We do have those tendencies to want to punch somebody, punch a wall. We have those. That's the human side of us. We're not perfect, but I do believe that there is a control, that there's an off and on switch that we have control over. Not nobody else, but we have, in order to deal with a lot of things that happen in our lives. I truly believe that. I never want to tell nobody, oh, you shouldn't act that way. No, because I don't know what got you there. I don't know how something maybe in your past has triggered you to react in certain situations. It's not my place to do that. And it's not my place to judge you, even though we do it. It's not my place to judge you if you want to go off on somebody. It's not. Because I don't know what that person has done to you in the past. I don't know what that person is doing to you at that moment. I just know I'm watching you go off, right? I don't know if you guys have some interactions or something that happened between you guys long time ago and it still never got, no healing happened, right? So that's why us always, we have to, let people do, because sometimes I know I have a habit of not letting people do their thing sometimes. It depends on who it is when it comes to people close to me or my family. I have a habit of wanting to stop them from doing it. If they have a need to do that, I need to just step back and say, it's all right. Because you know why? Because I'm in the wrong if I do that, because I don't want nobody stopping me if I'm in my mode, if I'm going through my thing. I don't want nobody to stop me. I need to go through it just like everybody else do. And I need to let other people go through whatever it is they need to go through. We just, for us taking care of us, not about anybody else. We as adult learners have to continue to know that we have to find a balance in everything that we do when it comes to our emotional intelligence, how we handle things. We have to be able to do that regardless, no matter what situation it is. We got to figure out, okay, is it worth me getting upset about? Is it worth me? Is this going to help my personal growth if I go there with that person? Now, when you're angry, yeah, it helps you. It makes you feel better, some people, whenever you're doing that. But it's not something that's guaranteed. And you're the end result of it. Whatever happens, you got to remember. Now, I know for me, sometimes when I go off on people, I get a guilt complex after I finish. Like I say to myself, man, I shouldn't have done that. I feel guilty, like I didn't have a right to do that, even though that person was saying stuff to me to hurt
But
me.
why?
I don't know. And that might
But
be
why
come
when they
from,
being mean to you?
I know. But I
If
usually
somebody
don't.
being nasty to me and I correct them, I'm not finna be upset about it. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I
I'm
know,
not. I'm
I
sorry,
know,
but I'm not.
but it depends on the person. I think it's more of the person I'm talking to. It doesn't necessarily mean it's everybody, but some of the people that I
If you
talk to
if you close to somebody, if you close to somebody and yeah, and it's
is different
it's
than doing
the
saying
relationship that y'all have with each other, then yeah, you'll feel guilty. You'll feel
yes.
guilty about it. You will.
That's
I'm not gonna lie. You will feel guilty if you really close with that person and
And you know
y'all
what?
get in a situation and it gets to where you have to be
You have to go there. And then sometimes it's like, and I feel guilty, and I don't want to always think that I have to apologize, but I'm a type person where a person that always says I'm sorry about everything, I'm sorry. It's not really good for us to always say we're sorry because there's a lot of things we're not even sorry for. But it's out of a habit that we say that. Oh, I'm sorry, or I apologize when we haven't done anything. But we automatically say that for some reason. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. A lot of work has to be still done. That's why I said it's a lot of work that still needs to be done, even in our older and our as we get older. We never stop learning and we never stop challenging ourselves to learn, right? So it's a lot of work has to be still done. I'm not nowhere. I am where I need to be right now in my life. Where I want to be, I'm not there because your wants and needs are different. So I'm working on where I want to be at the same time it being I need to be satisfied where I'm at to a certain extent because everything happens and I want to say time slots, but everything happens at certain times in our lives. And lots of times it necessarily doesn't even mean there's anything wrong, right? It could be just that moment you had to go there. You had that emotional intelligent everything you've learned about it, you like, okay, got to go out the window right now. I got to get this off my chest. And sometimes that's what happens. It was not that you're trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything, but sometimes you got to get all that off your chest because if you keep that inside, guess what that turns into? Stress. What does stress turn into? Sickness. What do sickness turn into? Heart attacks. What do heart attacks? Strokes. All these different things have a lot to do with what we keep digesting. And I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about emotional, people's energy, people's bad times, chaos. We're inhaling all that. We're having that around us. It's on us. We go home and we're filled with all this craziness, and we wonder why we're going off on people at home. Well, that's because you got all this bad energy on you. So we have to learn how to get rid of that energy, right? Know how to balance. Balance is a big thing. Being able to balance everything that you do, because there has to be a light and there has to be a dark regardless. So there is a dark side. That's where emotional intelligence and triggers and shadow work and all that come from, because we have to have a side of us that balances out the good side and the bad side. It has to be balanced. You can't be good 24/7, which you can, but you can't really, because that means that you're perfect and you're not perfect. So there has to be a side of you that you got to go there. and you have to figure out how to keep them balanced, how to keep them under control. And sometimes that's hard. It is. It's an ongoing thing. Hello, Miss Adrian. Okay, Miss Bell, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you want to go ahead and read Understanding Nonverbal Communication?
Sure.
Okay.
Un- Understanding nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication plays a crucial role in how we interact with others, often conveying more than words themselves. It encompasses a range of cues such as body language, facial expression, gestures, and even the tone of voice. Understanding these signals is essential for adult learners as it can significantly enhance their emotional intelligence and interpersonal skills. By recognizing the nuance of nonverbal communication, individuals can foster deeper connections and improve their relationships both personally and professionally. Body
Okay.
language, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Read that. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's good.
Body
Go ahead.
body language is one of the most prominent aspects of nonverbal communication. It includes posture, movement, and the way we position ourselves in relation to others. For instance, an open stance can indicate confidence and receptiveness, while crossed arms may signal defensiveness or discomfort. Becoming aware of your own body language as well as that of others can provide invaluable insights into unspoken feelings and attitudes, which is particularly beneficial in developing resilience and emotional awareness. Facial expressions are another powerful form of nonverbal communication, as they can express a wide range of emotions without a single word being spoken. A smile can convey warmth and approachability, while a frown may indicate displeasure or concern. Adult learners should practice observing and interpreting these expressions to better understand the emotional states of, of those around them. This skill not only enhances mindfulness, but also fosters empathy, allowing for more meaningful interactions and stronger relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want me to continue?
Go ahead. Uh huh.
Gestures, too, play a significant role in nonverbal communication. They can vary widely across cultures, making it essential for learners to be mindful of context. A simple wave or thumbs up might be interpreted positively in one culture while being seen as offensive in another. By developing awareness of these differences, individuals can navigate social situations more effectively, reducing the likelihood of misunderstandings and promoting healthier interactions. Ultimately, mastering nonverbal communication is an ongoing journey that enriches our lives and relationships. By honing these skills, adult learners can improve their emotional intelligence, enhance their mindfulness practice, and build resilience in the face of challenges as they become more adept at recognizing and interpreting nonverbal cues. They
Mm-hmm.
will find themselves better equipped to foster connections that are both authentic and rewarding. This understanding can serve as a powerful tool in their personal and professional development, paving the way for more fulfilling interactions.
All right. So I don't know if y'all can see me. I know you can. I can't see y'all because I'm on a whole nother screen, but I know y'all see me. So I'm sitting right now with my arms folded. Am I being defensive?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Um, am I really interested in what you're saying? Am I looking attentive? Is my facial expressions saying I'm really interested in what you're saying and how you're reading?
Well, I can't see your face because I got the live little tag in front of your face, covering your
Okay.
face.
Right. That's the same thing I see too.
I can't see your face.
You can't see me, huh? Okay, okay, okay. So let me do this. Let's see how we can do this. Can I move? Look, Tavares is the expert on this stuff, y'all. I'm not. Let me see. Let's see. Am I there? Nope, that's all right. I'm already there. Let's see. Now I'm way down at the bottom. No, let me leave you right where I was at. There we go. Okay, so this is how I was sitting. This is how I was sitting. Just like this.
With your arms folded and me looking at your facial expression now, you're not
Hmm.
interested in nothing I'm saying or
Oh,
had said.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
what?
yes, ma'am.
That's what
You look like you you look like you trying to figure out something.
Like, will she hurry up? I got something to
You
do.
look like you trying to figure it out. Like
okay.
what in the world is she trying to
Say,
what got going on here? That's the
I don't
express.
understand
That's what
nothing
I
she's
get.
saying. I ain't understand nothing she's saying. Oh, hold on.
Maybe you should have left that line tag over your face.
Yeah, I should have slept it over there, huh? Hmm. Hey, Miss Kathy. I'm sorry, Miss Kathy. Miss Kathy, I wasn't ignoring you. I just saw you because I was. See, sometimes, like, if I'm on the screen while you guys are reading, I can't see, even though y'all can see me, I can't see y'all when I'm on a whole nother screen. I'm on this screen, like, when I have this up. Wait a minute, let me add it to the stage. When I have this up, I can't see y'all unless I'm over here. But the way this is made, I can't move my mouse up and down on the pages. So I have to be on another whole, I have to be into the program itself. So it does, I don't see you guys until I actually come back over this way to see you. So Miss Kathy said I asking Siri to set a 30-minute timer for a couple of days, and she automatically set it for the next day. She said, I do agree with the person that is controlling us if we got off on someone when they push our buttons, okay? And if they're not hitting us, I agree. We should walk away. It's hard though. I know. And definitely have to release it. And she's like, I'm the queen of facial expressions. She said, I don't agree with the arm folding. Okay. I fold my arms and I be all the way focused on the conversation. Yeah, because they say when you have your arms folded, you're not being like
Are you still
inviting.
there?
Yeah, yeah, we're still here. Latasha, you there? Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me, Miss Bell? Miss Bell, she's gonna have to go back out. Latasha, you there? I'm sorry, Miss Kathy. There she go.
Okay,
Okay.
I had to go back
Yeah,
out and come back in.
I know. Isn't that crazy? And it might be the weather, you guys. It could be the weather.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they I don't know why they say that because lots of times it don't necessarily mean, but I've watched people expressions when they do this, when they sit and they look like this and they put these different expressions in their face. Okay, you're not really interested. You're here for some other reason. And then when you're ready to say something, you don't if you disagree with somebody, well, I don't care what you say. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's people who do that. I don't care what you say. I'm doing it. Right? I'm doing it. I don't care. Or you know how we move our head and we put our hands in it, we let you wait, wait a minute. That's not how I want it. We do all that. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Miss Hall was here, but Miss Hall left again, so she might be able to come back in. I'm not making this a big deal with you guys going in and out. I know we have some issues going on. So Miss Kathy can't read because Miss Kathy's in the chat. So can you read the Miss Tasha? Can you hear me, Miss Tasha? Miss Bell,
Yes,
you still
ma'am.
there? Okay. She said a lot of times when my arms are folded. Okay, I already did. Okay, great. I'm
But you know
sorry,
what,
Miss Kathy.
Miss
Go ahead, Miss
McCall?
Bell. Hmm?
Uh, I have been told all my life about my
Uh-huh.
facial expressions.
Hmm.
They can read my face before I can even say anything, and I have tried so hard to,
To practice
to
on
not
that.
show my facial expressions because you can tell when I'm pissed,
Uh-huh.
and they know this and stuff. So I've been told that for a very long time, and my facial expressions still has not changed.
No, it's hard. It's hard not for your facial expression because when somebody talking to me and they saying something crazy, I have to look at them like, okay, I can't hide it. Because you know what? Somebody told me they was on the DS. We were sitting in the city council and they were on the DS. I don't know if it was Mr. Lavadan or was it? I don't know if it was Mr. Lavadan or somebody came up to you and said, Salita, you can't even do it. You can't do it. And I was like, huh? You can't hide your expression. It just, and I think too, Miss Bell, I think it's our processing pattern that
Yep.
makes our looks because if you say something and I'm processing it in my head and it's not sounding right, it's gonna come out on the face. And I think that's probably
Exactly.
the same with you because
Exactly.
if you're a person who stays in your head a lot, what everybody says, it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense
Yeah.
because
That's
if it
true.
don't, it makes me mad if it don't make sense for me. I get mad because don't say something that's not making sense. And I want anybody to say, well, Salita, that didn't make sense to me what you said. So then I have to go, okay, I'll go into explaining it. But don't keep talking and you're not making no sense. I'm like, okay, all right. And
Yes,
I'm breaking
ma'am.
down with this. And it's not about being judging because you're not judging them because people process information differently. And
Right.
because we do that, that can cause our expressions to change. It can automatically because you're like, what the hell? What did
Yeah.
you just say?
And then, I also have been told about my tone of voice. I'm like,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
talking like this forever. I'm not going to change my tone of voice. That's just the way it is. And I'm sitting
I
there
don't
looking at them, giving them that facial expression, like, what the hell are you talking about?
like you be doing them at the city council meeting.
Yes, ma'am. Prime
And you
example.
can't,
But I'm trying to work on it.
you can't help it. You
Well,
can't
you
help
you good at what you do. Cause I you give it to him, baby. You
it. You
do.
don't care.
You
See,
good
look
at
how
what you do.
she flipped that hand with that watch on it, click it on. When she click it on, she about to go in. Just look, you sit like when you get ready, you're sitting still, you're like, uh-oh, she done clicked it on. Here we go. Wait, because she going in. Boom, right in. And she don't be playing either. She be serious as I don't know what. And but you know what, Miss Linda, me and you do the same thing. We don't mean to sound like we come off, but we do. We when I get up there, it's like I get angry, and I don't
Yep.
really. I'm not trying to come off angry, but I do because I just like I cannot grown people, and I guess we put adults on a pedestal. When I say on a pedestal, I mean we think they should know like more than what we know, right? Because they're
Right.
all. But I'm realizing we're naive in that whole mindset. Because I realize there's a lot of people that do not have the inkling idea of what's going on. But I
That's
try to
true.
give them sympathy, like, okay, I try to be sympathetic to it because I'm like, well, don't they read? Don't they pay attention to stuff that's around them? But some people live in a bubble. A lot of us grown people, and I'm going to say this, we live in a bubble. We don't care about nobody else. We go through life as long as it's not inconvenience us. We don't want to have nothing to do with it. We do
Th-
not care about nothing or nobody. We go in our bubbles and we stay until somebody tap on your bubble. When they tap on your bubble, that's when you want all hell to break loose. But
You,
anybody else who's going through something, we cut them off. We don't know that. No. Well, should
uh,
have did that. Should have did that. Not even understanding that there's a backstory to every craziness that's going on in people's life. There's backstories. I don't
that's
care about
true.
that. I don't care. You
Yeah.
know,
I
and
So
it's
agree.
crazy.
you tickle me when you get up there and you say, you know who I am. Like, I don't need to introduce me. Y'all know who I am.
Yeah, they can't help but know who I am. I've been coming them damn things for 10 years. They better know who I am. And that telling my address and all, they don't need to know all that.
Exactly.
I'm a citizen that spends money in Alexandria. That's what I am. How about that? That 9.5% tax on everything I touch and
Oh
buy.
my goodness.
9.5%. Even when I order stuff, it's still gonna be 9.5% come out. When you
Yep.
look at I'm like, damn,
Yes.
9.5%. God, wait,
Yes, ma'am.
almost 10%. So she said people definitely don't like us to have a voice. That's right, Miss Kathy. They sure don't. They don't like for us to have a voice to talk. No, indeed. And then when you talk up for yourself, you know, us African American women, we're not allowed to have our own voices. You know, we're not allowed to speak up because we're the angry black woman,
Woman.
right?
Yes.
We're the angry black woman. No, you're supposed to walk over me, mistreat me, rape me, sexual harass me, abuse me, mostly mentally, physically, and financially, and I'm not supposed to say anything. I'm supposed to be strong, and I'm supposed to allow you to keep doing it, keep embarrassing me, keep doing these things to me, and I'm not supposed to say nothing. No, it doesn't work like that. So many people have a problem with wanting to be in control. Exactly. They want to control other people. They don't want to control themselves. They want to control other people. That's what they get off on, being able to control you, because you know why? Because they have a lot of people don't have any control of themselves, so it's easy to deflect and put on your abuse and trying to control other people. But we as black women, we don't roll like that all the time. Some of us are weak because we don't know any better, but a lot of us ain't, and we're not going for it.
Right.
We're not going for you coming at us like you want to come to us. We ain't doing that. Mm-mm. We're not doing that. So, the role of active listening. Um, Let me see. Oh, we almost finished. I can do this one for you guys real quick. I won't read real fast. I'll slow it down. The role of active listening. Listening is a crucial skill that forms the foundation of effective communication. It goes beyond merely hearing words. It involves fully engaging with the speaker, understanding their message, and responding thoughtfully. That's the problem we have. We don't respond thoughtfully because they're not, what they say don't sound thoughtful. Let me quit. In our fast-paced lives, many people overlook this vital aspect of conversation, which can lead to misunderstandings and strained relationships. By practicing active listening, we can enhance our emotional intelligence and foster deeper connections with others. When we actively listen, we show respect and validation to the speaker. This practice encourages openness and honesty in conversations, allowing individuals to express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. By creating a safe space, we empower others to share more freely, which is essential to building trust and intimacy in relationships. This approach not only benefits personal interactions, but also enhances professional communication, leading to more effective collaboration and conflict resolution. Moreover, active listening contributes to our own personal growth. By paying close attention to others, we gain insights into diverse perspectives and experiences that can broaden our understanding of the world. This skill promotes mindfulness as it requires us to be present in the moment and fully engaged. As we develop our ability to listen actively, we also cultivate patience and empathy, which are key components of emotional intelligence. Practicing active listening involves several techniques, such as maintaining eye contact, nodding in acknowledgement, and reflecting back what we've heard. These behaviors signal to the speaker that we're genuinely interested in their message. Additionally, asking open ended questions can encourage further discussion and demonstrate that we value their input. By incorporating these techniques into our daily interactions, we can transform our communication. Conclusion, the role of active listening in our lives cannot be overstated. It enriches our relationships and enhances our emotional intelligence, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling life. By committing to this practice, we become better communicators, more compassionate individuals, and more resilient in facing life's challenges. Embracing active listening is a powerful step towards personal and interpersonal development, essential for everyone striving to improve themselves and their connection with others. So, when we talk about active listening, give me an example of active listening. Anybody?
I think active listening is when you actually listening to the person, their conversation, and you'll be able to, once the conversation is over with, ask questions about what was said. That's what I think it is. Just actually listening to the person without interrupting them.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm bad with interrupting people. I have a very, and it's not a need to control anything. It's because my brain is working faster than persons talking. So it's like if I don't get this out when it's time for me, when I raise my hand and say, okay, what you got to say, I'll forget what I say. I know that's a very bad habit. That is a poor excuse for interrupting people. That is a very poor excuse. I have to learn that because I will do that. I do that a lot. And then sometimes I find myself trying to finish people's sentences too. Let me tell you what those are also signs of ADHD, okay? Where your brain is always going and you're focusing all over the place. Well, that's what they claim that I got a little bit of ADHD, adult ADHD, because my mind is always going. I'm always doing something. Whether it's productive or not, I'm always doing something. It's hard for me to be still. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be honest with you. It's very hard for me to stay still. I'm always trying to create something. I'm writing something. I'm talking about something. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm making that. And so I'm always all over the place. And I'm sometimes not focused like I'm supposed to. But active listening, I don't have a problem with doing that at all. Um, if the conversation is what I want to hear, I can listen. I can actively listen. But if it's something I'm really not interested in, I can be sitting there and like y'all said earlier, I was looking like I was somewhere else. I was trying to. That's because them wheels are going. Them wheels are going. I'm listening to everything you guys are saying, but them wheels are going. They look. The older you get, they start to sound like they're creaking in your head. I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm gonna move just a little bit. I'm gonna move just a little bit. No, but I that's and this is the reason why I love the reading out loud because I love hearing you guys read. It's a magic to my ears, a music to my ears to hear you guys read. It really does. I love it. I think is to that it's a little selfishness for me to hear you guys read out loud. For me personally, I love to hear because I know you guys are learning from what you're not just reading because I'm asking you to read. You're learning from what you're reading because you're able to explain to me what we talked about. So I know that you're learning from what we're reading, and that's the important part of this whole thing is actually taking this information and actually using it in your everyday lives, right? That's very important. So let me ask y'all that. Now that we finished that, what is your summary of this whole section we just read right there? Chapter 4. What do you see? What did you learn with chapter 4? Tell me if y'all was really reading and comprehending. It says, I don't have a good voice to read. You've always laughed when I talk. Oh, get out of here, Miss Kathy. That's because Miss Kathy got that little squeaky little voice. So when she used to be with us all the time, we used to make fun of her voice. But she sounds so cute. That has nothing to do with you can still read. Man, please. You can still read, Miss Kathy. We would listen to you read. Everybody's not a perfect reader. I know I ain't. So it's definitely you can read whenever you want to. So Miss Bell, starting with you. Oh, Miss Dixon left me. Oh, she'll come back. Miss Bell, are you still there? She said, I know. Oh, okay. Miss Bell. Oh, there she goes. She came back in.
Oh, it's the lights are blinking over here and stuff.
Oh, okay. Is it bad, bad?
It just started back up. It
Okay,
started off real bad earlier, but it kind of settled, but now it started back up again.
up again. Okay, okay. Then I won't keep you long. So what did you? I'm asking. Look, I'm saying I don't want to keep you long, but I'm asking you to do something.
Here we go. She asking questions.
That's not what I'm supposed to do. Ask the questions. I'm supposed to ask the questions, right? So on this chat, then she left out again. Did you leave out again? She did.
Can
She
you hear
did.
me?
Yeah, now I can. Yeah. So okay. So tell me this. So in this chapter, what did you get out of this chapter? Hello. This one again. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. We're not gonna stay. I'm not gonna keep you long, Miss Bell. So tell me, what did you get out this chapter? Can you get that out real quick? Feeling like I'm bad, aren't I?
Well, no, you're such a lovely person. But it,
I hear the drips of sarcasm deep down in there.
see, that's one thing we know how to do.
Yes, you're very good with the sarcasm.
But no, me learning to allow another person, to finish, their statement or anything like that. Because like you said, I like to, like you, I like to finish a sentence as well. And I don't do it as much as I used to do it. So I think I'm doing pretty good about it. Just, take heart and listen to a person that's talking to you, their
Mhm,
conversation, so you can engage with it. And
mhm,
also the body language and the facial expressions, you have to work on. I have to work on that even
yeah.
more. So you just have to be mindful.
Yes, very mindful.
Until you
Okay.
piss me off.
Yeah, look, yeah, exactly, exactly. I don't want to be pissed off, but they say you rather be pissed off than what? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say
I
that's not
said it.
ladylike.
I said it for
I
you.
had got kicked out. Can you
I
hear
saw
me?
you out. Yeah, we hear you. You got kicked out.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
look,
got kicked off.
if you can. So look, Miss Dixon. Before I look, I told I'm holding you guys hostage in the middle of a storm. So listen, real quick. What did you get out of this chapter? Miss Linda got some good stuff. Let me hear what you got.
I got is very important to when you're engaging with others to be mindful of how you present yourself and you how different in certain ways
Mm-hmm. Okay.
that person may receive it in another way and may not be interpreting it in that way.
Exactly. Exactly. Perfect. That's right. That's right. That's a good one. Miss Kathy, put it in chat what you got out of this chapter. I know she came a little bit late. If you can, just write what you heard. What did you hear?
Miss McCall.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
I didn't hear Miss Dixon. Can you kind of tell me what some of the stuff she said?
Okay. Miss Dixon basically said, you trying to make it see if I wrote it down. So she was saying it's very important when you're communicating with other people that you
Oh,
understand
I was
where
telling
they're
her you have to.
huh?
Okay.
What'd you say? She went back out again. So she was
It's
very
important that you watch how you present yourself when you're communicating with that person, because it might come off in a way that you're not interpreting it.
hmm yeah. Because some people might like me and Miss Bell just said about sarcasm. Some people do not do sarcasm very well. They don't understand sarcasm. They get offended. But it's we're not people who use sarcasm in their conversation is not to try to make anybody feel bad or nothing. That's how we communicate. And I use it. My mom was, oh
People
my
is
God,
being
my mom was very
sarcastic with
funny.
them,
Huh?
you
Yeah.
know.
It's not really a good trait to have, y'all. To be in communication, sarcasm is really not a good, but that's the only way sometimes people know how to communicate. And lots of times that coming from up north, it is very, very, very heavily part of the conversation is talking sarcasm to each other. So some people don't take it well because they don't understand it. But I'm sorry. That's just how we talk. We can't help it. And sometimes they say people who
Right.
are being sarcastic are trying to be kind of belittling you when you're having a conversation with them, when really it's not that somebody's trying to belittle you. Sometimes that's how people communicate. Now I can have this communication, me being sarcastic to somebody that's from where I'm from, and they'll understand it. They won't take it in the way that somebody who's not from that area, they're not going to take sarcasm that way because
Right,
it's a language, it's our language, right? But somebody
right.
who doesn't know that, they be ready to fight you because they think you're being smart. They call it you having a smart mouth. You got a smart ass mouth. That's what they say. You got a smart
Mm-hmm.
ass mouth. That's just how we talk. I mean, that's just how we talk. I know I do it to my husband all the time, and he'll say that. He won't say, "Oh, so you're gonna be sarcastic today." He'll say, "You got a smart ass mouth." I said, "You knew that before marriage. That ain't changed." Okay, and you'll just laugh because sometimes you got to get them. You got to get them. They be leaving themselves wide open. I said, "That's you getting older. You're slow. You don't get it. You're not quick anymore." You
Miss
just laugh.
McCall.
I say, you gotta get it. Come on, come on, come on. But he always come and mess with me. When he mess with me, I just hang him up. You gotta hang him up in the closet. Put him up. You know? Not sure that ever worked for me though. Okay. She said basically don't listen to respond. Oh, okay, basically don't listen to respond. Okay, okay. I hear what you're saying. Don't listen to respond. She was answering the question I asked.
Okay,
Because I asked her earlier. And always listen to hear and learn and not always be ready to respond to everything because everything doesn't need a response.
that's true.
And then sometimes look, sometimes when you
That's
have a
true.
conversation with somebody and they said, did you hear what I said? And you say, yes, I heard what you said. Well, why you didn't answer me? Because I didn't.
Or what did you say? Or what did I say?
Yeah, or you know what, oh my god, oh my god, I am so bad with that. If I It's not that I'm not listening. It's just that if you ask me what did I just say, oh my God. Did you hear what I just said? Yeah. But did you really hear what I just said? That's what you gotta say. Were you actively listening to what I said? That's when you're gonna use that word.
Yes.
Were you actively listening? Then you'll know that they weren't really listening because they can't repeat what you said. They were sitting here like this. Boy, did I pay the water bill today? That's what's going through their mind. Did I get the car note in? I don't know if I did. Okay. So when I finish here, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I go ahead and get that taken care of. You think, did you hear what I said? Yes, I heard what you said. Did you really hear what I said? So from now on, when somebody says, "Are you listening?" Are you talking about, am I actively listening? That's what you do. See what their reaction is. Am I Was I actively listening? Is that what you're asking me? But if you were just asking me, was I listening? I'm gonna tell you right now, and I wasn't listening. So you gotta ask me. Now that's sarcasm, but that's really true. Was I? Did you
Oh,
know that? Like if somebody talking to you, say, okay, first of all, before you get in the conversation, so do you want me to just listen? If you're venting, let me know if you're venting. If you're venting, do you want me to actively listen to you, or you're just saying something? Because if you're just saying something, I'm probably not listening.
And then you know what? What if they turn around and ask you, what is
Uh-huh.
actively listening?
Oh man, then you in trouble. Look, that's me
Mm.
listening to you uninterrupted and actually taking in what you're
Yeah.
saying so that I can have a back and forth conversation with you. And that's basically what it is.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
eye contact and all that.
oh my God, that's so
Yeah.
hilarious. But so communication is very important. We already know that. And a lot of things, you guys, I learned in my public speaking classes and my communication classes that I can't even share with y'all. But I learned a lot in there, and there's so much of it. But I learned that I know how important it is to do the active listening and to be able to listen, to understand, and be able to ask questions afterwards. When someone finished talking, when they finish a speech or whatever, and if you have some questions, be willing to ask a question. No question is a dumb question, no matter how people ask it. And even though you put it on your face that was a dumbass question, you're not supposed, and you're not supposed to say it out loud like, "Did you really ask that? I cannot believe you really asked." You know, like we do Mr. Johnson at the city council
Yeah.
meeting. He really,
Hmm.
we really wrong for that. Y'all know that, right? We're really wrong for that because he
No,
knows
we're
more
not.
than
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to
Nah.
be nice here. I'm trying to balance out my shadow work, my shadow here person. Okay, you gotta let me, cause I'll be like, what the upset? I'm like, what?
Oh
But I think he talks just to talk, and he don't even think about what, just to make it sound like he's involved in the
goodness.
conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh, oh.
Exactly.
You laughing at us, Miss Dixon? But yeah, he
I'm
does.
just listening. Y'all keep going.
And
Y'all
when he
keep
gets to
going.
talking, I am so
Y'all keep
guilty. My
going. I'm
eyes
just
roll. I
enjoying the
shake my
conversation.
head. I'm like,
I'm
please
just
shut up.
enjoying the conversation. I'm listening. I'm doing my part. I'm listening.
Okay. You listening? So wait a minute. Wait. Are you actively listening? Or are you just listening? So
I'm
you're
actively listening.
so you're
I'm
listening to get
actively listening.
actively listening. So look, this is the deal. This is what you need to do, Miss LaBelle,
I'm
next time.
actively.
You ask him, wait a minute, Mr. Johnson, before you ask that question, were you actively listening? Because sometimes the questions you ask are very embarrassing to the black people.
Get out of my head, Miss McCall, because I was saying I was going to ask that question. Are you
Because you
actively
look,
listening?
Oh my goodness.
you make me wonder. You
You know
spend all
what?
that
Y'all too much for me. Y'all,
because let me tell you something. You
y'all on it tonight. Y'all on it tonight.
but you can tell somebody who was in the military and they learned a lot in the military, opposed to someone who was in the military and they kind of moved up in the ranks by somebody moving them up to the ranks.
Right.
You can tell the difference. Because one thing we do a lot of in the military is communicate. That's the number one thing you do in the military. You have to be able to communicate. So that's how you can tell the difference between a person who learned a lot in the military and person who was just moved up in the military. Now, if me and you were having a conversation and you were asking me about my job, right? I'm a budget analyst, right?
Right.
I can tell you everything about that budget analyst job I did without wavering. I will never say to you that I'm a budget analyst, but I can't read the doggone budget for the city council. There's no way. If you say to me, what I did in the military, I was a 77 Fox. 77 Fox is a fuel supply person, right? So if you ask me about what type of fuel that I worked with, I'm going to ramble off JP4, MoGas, and regular fuel. Do I know the difference in them? Yeah, I know the difference in them. What's the difference in the fuel we use in cars opposed to what we use? Well, for one thing, you can't use JP4, which is jet fuel. You can't use that in a car. So I'm going to know that, right? There's no way I'm going to argue with you and say, as a as a as a fuel clerk, we didn't do that. I'm not going to tell you that. If you ask me what type of generator I use to pump fuel out, because sometimes we had to set up generators, I could tell you what generator we use. There's no need for me to, you don't have to question me about that. Or if it's something you're trying to get informational out of me, yeah, I can spill that off to you. We have to take our fuel to the lab. We have to make sure there's not water. We have to recirculate it before we pump any fuel. We have to recirculate every bit of our fuel every day, simply because water and condensation builds up. You can blow a aircraft up with water in the fuel. So we have to recirculate that fuel all the time for about the first 2 hours of the day when you get to work. Recirculate your fuel, especially if you're going out on a mission. I know that. I can do that. I can set up a whole fuel system supply point without a doubt. I can't sit there and say, well, we need fuel. Well, I don't know what you're going to do, because when I was in the military and I was in Alaska and I worked on the fuel pipeline, and I can't tell you that. I can just tell you what I learned. That's all I can tell you. So that's why I said, you know, the difference between people who actually learn while they're in the military, and because there's a lot of them that moved up through paper and don't have a lick of conversation. And that's what I believe happened with Mr. Johnson.
Well, I sure was gonna ask you what you did in Alaska, but you
Yeah.
but you had
Okay,
already.
so what I did in Alaska, I know it was cold there. I do know it was cold there. Let's see what else I did.
Well, I think
There,
sometimes his mind go back or something, or he still want to be there.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's other stuff going on.
Maybe he's
I think it's a lot of other stuff going on. Because one thing for sure, there's certain elements that can make your memory least lessen your memory functions. I do know that. But a lot of that is just that I think he did it so long that having those conversations with him, you can't, well, maybe the older generation can have that kind of conversation with him and really, but I can't have a conversation with him, even though he's military,
Right.
because his conversation is not the kind of conversation I could be engaged in. Because I don't think he ever seen combat. I don't think he ever went into a combat situation. I don't think he's what
well,
we call a pencil pusher. So being a budget analyst, you don't have to be out in the field. So our
conversation
conversation
will it
wouldn't
even
be the
be
same.
still enough to hold a conversation.
Yeah, his, I don't want to say his cognitive might be a little bit off, but his conversation, y'all, it's been over 40 years since I've been in the military. And I get giddy when I see, like, I'm out here by Camp Beauregard, right? I get giddy just looking at the trucks that come through here sometimes. I just get giddy because it reminds me of being in the military. It reminds me packing up and getting them trucks ready, changing tires. All that stuff doesn't, if you're really about what you learned in the military, that stuff don't go away. That's why that mind boggles me. If you said you was a budget analyst and you can't read your own budget and
Right.
you've been sitting in that seat for 4 years, you didn't sit down with somebody and let them show you how to do it. So that's what makes me wonder, what did you really do in the military? That might have been, now let me say this too. Sometimes Your MOS, which is a military occupational skill, might have been that, what you went to school for, what you went to advanced individual training for, which is AIT, which is our school we learn your trade at. You might have went through it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what your job was.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
my
might have
son
not been his
explained that
job.
to me.
Huh?
I said my son explained that to
Yeah.
me.
Because a lot of times you get reassigned to different jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't have anything to do with your initial, what you went to school for. So that'd be it with him. But you should be able to spill off some numbers. When you say budget, we think numbers. Maybe we're thinking the wrong thing. But I'm always thinking if you say a budget, they're numbers,
Right.
you know? So those numbers, I should know this and I should know that. Now, it might be written in a different way because you got to remember again, this is the budget for the city. So those numbers might look different, but they're still what? Numbers.
Numbers.
And they might be set up differently, but they're numbers. So that's why I kind of wonder about his job. That's why I said what I said. I'm not taking it back because you make us look bad.
Mm.
That you sitting up here asking that question, and that's something you should know. But again, you don't sit down with nobody and talk about the budget. Y'all sit there and y'all blindly went on and voted on the budget, the whole 9 yards. You didn't even really know what you were doing because you let us know that you didn't know what you were doing because you start talking about what you did in Alaska. So I'm sorry. I got off on a tangent. Y'all, that's called a tangent. And that's also called a sidebar. Okay. I apologize for that, but that's what went through my mind when we talk about actively listening. We actively heard what he said. And our conversation to him was, what the hell? Sorry, that's what
And
that got to do with it.
when I asked that question, Mr. Johnson, are you
I
actively
find
listening? Don't you fall out the chair or laugh or
Yeah,
what?
don't fall out and be done.
that's all the time.
I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna say that's it. I'm not. I'm gonna say it. I said, oh Lord. I said, look at my student. She did good, didn't she?
I'm gonna make you proud.
You're gonna make me proud. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I love that. And then look, and then we get on the show, we're gonna tell them, look, y'all, look at her. She's beaming. She's beaming. Look at her. She did a wonderful job.
And Miss Bell, when you get to the podium to speak, they always ask me, who was that lady that just got finished speaking?
Look, they said you better know. Look, she said my name started with a capital B. It's Miss Bell. That's what.
They enjoy watching you when you get up there to speak
It's
for the
funny.
city.
She's hilarious. She is hilarious when she gets up there, and she be spewing out. Now she got a partner in crime. She got Miss Shamir, and them two together. Oh, let me tell y'all, they watching y'all like a hawk.
Yes,
No,
Watching y'all like a
yes,
hawk.
Miss
They trying to figure out.
Miss
yes.
Finley has outdone me. I was just so proud and I am proud of her. So hey, I'm behind her now.
Me too.
Put her in the spotlight.
You guys, let me tell y'all something. I am so proud of y'all, and it's
Both of
always.
y'all together. Both
Mhm,
of y'all together.
mhm. And look, y'all, when you think
I
about
love to see it, and it's a lot of people that love to see it too.
hmm Black women is always us. This is why
Hmm.
this matters so much to me. Is always us, and we gotta have a place where we can lay this down sometime. You know what I'm saying, and talk about it and get it out and get an understanding. So when we go back out there to fight that battle and being resilient and putting them weapons and doing what we gotta do, we can do it. And you got people behind you supporting you and wanting to see you keep doing good. That's what this is about. This is what this is about. Is making sure you guys are right in the mind emotionally. Because because it's a tough world out there for you guys, including me. But I'm saying you guys because I'm already out there. I'm already out there. I'm already knowing how to do certain things that I'm trying to teach you guys to navigate through. So you guys
Right.
got it. We have to. This is mandatory for us. That's why I guess so. I know you guys have a busy life, but I would like for you guys at least attempt to try to get into these classes because I know you guys are learning a lot in here, and I'm learning from you guys. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, Black women. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Always there to recharge each other
That's
and
true.
boost you up and make you feel like, hey,
Yeah.
I can do it. I can conquer the world. I don't know what you talking about, but I'm telling you what I can do. That's what this is about.
Right. Because I'm still learning. I can admit I don't know everything. I'm still learning.
Exactly. Well, we all still learning, baby. We all still learn. We're gonna learn till they put us in. Well, till they cremate me and put whoever else want to go
Well,
around. Go
because
around.
yeah, that's why I don't even want to service. That's what's gonna happen with me too.
I
I
don't want. Look,
don't like people sitting over me while I'm breathing. Let alone when I get ready to leave this world.
they say if you didn't bring me my flowers while I'm here, don't bring them when I'm dead. Leave me alone.
That's it. That's it.
And we ain't gonna know nobody at our funeral anyway. So point blank. But the thing is, I'm gonna tell y'all real quick about this. I'm gonna let y'all go. So they saying cremation because people getting cremated so much now, the price went up. I don't know about y'all, but I remember when it only cost $1,200 to be cremated. They said now
Yep.
it's up to 2,500
Yeah.
now.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
2,500.
it's more than yeah, it's more than that at some places, and then these
Yeah,
funeral homes don't do nothing but lie to you.
It's
yeah,
2,500. I was standing at the counter when the bill was paid.
uh
It's
huh.
2,500.
Yeah, 2,500. So that you better keep. Look, you don't need no GoFundMe for that. Look, some of them people with them Air Jordans, go sell some of them Air Jordans. I bet you get your 2,500 in no time. Shoot, no. Or look,
Yeah.
they go fund me account. Okay, all right, y'all. You don't. That means you don't need a lot of life insurance. If you need burial insurance, just do burial insurance. If you need a pre-need, just put together a pre-need. Pay a pre-need out. By the time they get ready to put you wherever they're gonna put you, it's already paid for. I'm
Exactly.
just saying. There's
Yeah.
no there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do what we got to do. There's no excuse. We can spend money. We do trail rides. We do parties. There's no reason for us financially not to have ourselves taken care of. I guarantee you get in a group of people and you ask how many of them have life insurance or burial insurance. See how many of them actually honestly answer you. But y'all here, I would just do it randomly. I would get a whole bunch of people in the party or whatever, and I say, hold up, yeah, I got something I want to say. How many of you got life insurance and burial insurance? Raise your hand. Be honest. So the ones who didn't raise your hand, why are you sitting here at this doggone party? That's what I say. Go home. I send everybody home. Go home. Go home. And in the morning, make some phone calls. Damn it. That's what I would say to everybody. They like, why you gonna
Oh.
beat up? Don't beat me up. I'm just saying. Go home. Cause this ain't worth how much that drink you got? What that was a what $15 drink? You know what you could have did with that $15? You
Yeah,
could have
pay
paid for
monthly
the
life insurance.
come on now.
The
Come
more
on
you
now.
pay, the more the bigger your
But you
policy.
know that's
There you go. Come on now. Now to say it. Come on now, like they say in church. Come on now. Get it out. Get it out. I'm sorry,
say it
y'all.
again. Say it again.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. They can just leave me in the morgue until you stupid. You talking about they can leave me in the morgue until the state takes action.
Lord have mercy.
But you know, Ms. McCall, that's something that Black people don't even, well, I won't say all of us, we don't
Mhm.
talk about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about it enough. We don't. But we did a show about it. It's like
Yeah.
everything we talk about on the
Yeah.
show, and I know everybody don't watch us on the show. I know that, but it's information is out there. She said, "Hell, I won't
Yeah.
know." You stupid. Oh my god, that's hilarious. She
It's
said, "Hell, I
important to have it though.
Yeah, it is. But you want somebody to claim your body. Come on, Kathy. You want somebody to claim your body. Just, I mean, anybody, just anybody. Just you want somebody to say, "Hey, that's Kathy Powell. Let me take care of her. I got her from here." You don't want to someone to the state. The state take action. So you saying
Well,
you
you
want to be
got you.
you want to be buried in a potter's field. That's what you're
that
saying.
that's
That's
it.
what you're saying. And putting a number instead of your name, you're gonna have a number, your social security number across your gravesite. Lord have mercy. You terrible, Kathy.
Mm.
We weren't
That's
supposed to be doing
funny.
all this laughing, but this was fun. We needed this exercise, just to relax a little bit. So when we go back into the trenches of life, whoo, whoo, mm, mm, mm. But you know, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Look where we at now. Look where we at now, y'all. This is what I want you to do real quick, and then I'm gonna let you go. I want you to think right now. If you were not at this very moment where you are, where would you be?
Hmm.
Mm. If I
Probably
wasn't doing
me,
what I'm doing now,
still living in my mom's house
Still living in your mom's house? Okay,
or on
okay.
or on the corner.
Oh.
Gotta make the money, Miss McCall.
oh,
Oh my God, Miss Bell, you something else.
yeah, that's the answer there.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. Look, I don't know how I answered that one right there. I'm sorry.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I know you are. I know you are. I could.
But no, seriously,
Oh,
I probably would still be staying with my mom
okay.
because I didn't after high school.
Mhm.
My parents, well, my dad died before I graduated,
Okay.
and my mom never, inspired me to go to college, which I didn't want to go to college anyway.
Uh
So
huh.
what
Uh
I
huh.
did was, got married, had a kid,
Okay.
and worked 2 or 3 jobs, and that was
Hmm.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Miss Kathy Kalmaz, she said she would be still living in housing, sitting living on housing authority.
I need to meet her.
Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah. Me too.
Lord have mercy.
So what would you be doing, Latasha?
Well, I couldn't say.
You don't know what you would have been
I
doing?
couldn't say.
Okay. Okay. Uh
If I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now,
huh.
I probably wouldn't be here.
Huh? Not being in
Yeah.
Louisiana?
You mean if I wasn't doing, you asked the question, if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now, what would I be?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be alive
Why do you say that?
because I'd have still been doing what I was doing in my past.
Got got you. And it would have had you to cause you to not. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Right.
I got you. I got
I'm not just, no, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm not gonna lie.
you.
I
Hmm.
wouldn't exist.
Yeah. And I get that. I get that. I do. I definitely get that. Um, the different parts of our lives um, can cause us to make some decisions that would have made it detrimental for us. I get that. I get that 100%. Um, Kathy, I'm done with Kathy. Kathy tonight showed up. Her and Miss Bell showed out. Miss Bell and Kathy showed out tonight.
Well,
Definitely.
I'm just making up for the
she
classes I
answered the
missed.
she answered the question. She answered she answered the question. And it
Yes.
made my mind go back to some stuff I didn't seen before. For real.
I can't hear Miss Dixon.
Oh, I said, it made my mind go back to some stuff I didn't seen before.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Um, be, I don't know if I would still be at home with my mom. No, no, because I kind of outgrew being at home. I had already, like, me and my sister had already planned when we graduated from high school that we were going in the military. Matter of fact, we took our ASVAB test prior to, we took it in 11th grade. So we already knew what our plans was. We were both accepted at Northwestern, but we decided to go into the military instead. So what we did was we waited and we got on the buddy system, which means, you know, you go in with whoever your friend is and everything. You go and you wind up going through the military and mainly around the same. You're supposed to go everywhere together, no matter what your MLS is. You're supposed to be able to go, but that didn't happen with us. We wind up in the same places, in the same countries. No, only one country she didn't go to. I went to Panama and she wound up going back to Germany. So we wind up in Germany, was our first duty station. We were 30 minutes away from each other. Um, then I went from Germany to Fort Rucker. She wound up in at Fort Benning, so we were still close to each other because I could go visit her, she could visit me, because Fort Rucker's in Alabama and she was in Georgia. And then we wound up, I wound up going to Panama and she wound up going back to Germany. So that's where our ties kind of cut. And then I wound up to Fort Campbell and she wound up going to Fort Leavenworth. So we were, if I was in Kentucky, she was in, where's Fort Leavenworth? In Kansas. So I was in Kentucky and she was in Kansas. So that's as far as we got away from each other until she was pregnant with my niece and they had to medevac her to from Germany to Kansas because my niece would have been born in Germany, but they had to medevac my sister to Kansas. So we wound up going to Kansas. She wound up going to Kansas, and I was at Fort Campbell then, and they had to call me, and because they weren't for sure whether she was going to survive the pregnancy. So I wound up picking up my mom. I came down here. I used to travel down here all the time. Train came down here, picked up my mom, and me and my mom went to Kansas and took care of her while she was having my niece. Um, and then I got out. And then I got out after Desert Storm. I wound up getting out. So I got out in 1992. So my plan, I'll tell you what was not planned, and I'll be honest with you, I joke about this all the time. But Tavares was not planned. Tavares was not in the plan. Let me say that and being honest. He was not in the plan at all. Period. There was no me talking about having no family and all that. That was not my goal. My goal was to stay in the military, retire from the military, and just travel. That was my whole goal. Nothing else. I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to do any of that. I wanted to travel. But somebody else, the universe had a different pathway for me. And well, I had another pathway because I dibbled and dabbled in a Jamaican, and that's how Tavares came. So then my and then I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to go into the military because I got pregnant in the 12th grade. So when I got pregnant in the 12th grade, they thought I was going to leave Peabody and go to Aiken because you know most of the time pregnant girls didn't go to Peabody. You wind up going to alternative school. So they asked me, and I said, "What? I'm in the 12th grade, about to graduate. Where do you think I'm going? I'm not going nowhere. I'm graduating." So Tavares was born that May. I mean that March. I March that May. Isn't that crazy? He was born in March, and I March that May. But I was on. So for the military, I wound up being on what you call deferment because I was having a baby. So I couldn't go in directly after having a baby. So I had to wait a year. So my sister had a year ahead of me. She had already been in Germany for a year already by the time I came. And but we, like I said, we kind of moved through our military careers together. Then when I got out, I joined the reserves, and then when I was in the reserves when I lived in Kansas for a little bit, and then when I left Kansas, Saginaw, and then I wound up moving to Tennessee. And then I wound up going back when I moved back here. That's when I went and I got in the National Guard. Well, she had already been in the National Guard already. So it's like I couldn't get away from the uniform because a lot of my jobs, I was in a uniform. When I worked in the prison system in Tennessee, I was in a damn uniform. Every job I had, basically, it's people don't realize military does a work on you. It does a work on you, and it's a long, hard story to tell. I don't want to tell that story, but the military does. When you talk about psychological brainwashing, the military is the perfect place to do it in. They are experts in being able to brainwash you. I'm telling you from my experience. They are very good at it. And it takes you forever to come back to yourself. It does. Some people never come back to themselves. But the military does a work on you. And just imagine if I would retire from the military, the mindset. I'm not saying everybody's mind like that, but I know it did a work on me. Because I was a young lady when I came in the military. I was green when I went into the military. So the military raised me into the that I became. You eat, sleep, military. You got somebody telling you when to get up in the morning. You got somebody telling you when to go to bed at night. You got somebody telling you when you can eat chow, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got somebody telling you how to do your job. You got somebody always around you. So the brainwashing was a constant thing for us. And so a lot of people who get out, they cannot handle outside life. A lot of people can't. We've we have a high rate of committing suicide because people get out the military and they can't handle. It's like when you go to prison. You go to prison, you're locked up, you don't see what the rest of the world's like, right? So when you come out, a lot of people can't handle being out. That's why a lot of people commit crimes and go back in because they can't handle being out. It's almost the same thing with military. I found myself when I got out, I joined the reserve. That wasn't enough. I wound up putting on a uniform again, right? That wasn't enough. So I wound up getting in the National Guard. That wasn't enough. I became a cadre out at YCP. That wasn't enough. You see what I'm saying? So this is a constant wanting to feel like you've got to have that, you have to be in that bubble or that space where everything is put together. And it's a thing on the mind. It really does. It works on the mind. I think the military is the best when you talk about brainwashing. It is the best. It does it very well. They do it very well, and they do it early. They started with basic training all the way up to when you do your time, because it's like doing time. It really is. It's not really any difference, to be honest with you, because you have a number. You're known by the state or the federal government by a number, which is your social security number. Your last name is the same thing in the prison system, right? They know you by your last name. You have a number. You eat in the cafeteria with a whole bunch of people, unless you live off post, which I had a privilege of doing several times. But if you live in the barracks, what you eat, sleep, get in the child line, same thing you do in the prison. So it's a perfect brainwashing. It's a perfect brainwashing tool. Send your kids to the military. You know, the free thinking doesn't happen. I didn't start the really, really free thinking when I got out. But that was hard too, because I had to get myself to the point where I could think on my own. So it's a mind thing that you have to break yourself down from. That, yeah, I can do this. So I guess control is an Miss Kathy, because I learned to control other people, uh, and I learned to be controlled. Yeah, I learned how to control other people because when the young people come in, when your E1s, E2s, and E3s come in, you learn to control them, right? And then I have somebody over me controlling me, and then they have somebody over them controlling them, and then it goes all the way up to the general. Somebody's always got somebody that can control them. So that's the system. That's how the military works. but I always knew I wanted to go into the military. So that was no, that wasn't no, nothing I did not have, I wasn't going to do. So what I did then, I would probably be retired. Well, I know I would be retired by now. I would have still went on and did it. It's just that I took a different path, especially when I had a son. So when you have a child, the things that you thought you were going to do, you don't do them. You don't get the opportunity to do them. You have to change up. You have to be flexible. And I had to be flexible. So I found that I watched other people raise their children in the military, and I saw the difference in how they were raised opposed to a child that wasn't raised in the military. I saw the difference. What we did in the military is we did a lot of compensating, buying our kids stuff, keeping them preoccupied. When we come from the field, we go take them and go spend $2,000 and $3,000 on toys and stuff to make up for that time that you didn't spend any time with them any other time when you were in the field or having to go away. So we did that with our children. We compensated for the missed time that we didn't spend with them, and that can definitely do a number on your kids. I watched a friend of mine. She had a boy and a girl, and I watched how they handled, both their parents were in the military, and it was quite a difference. It was quite a difference, but it was a learning experience. But yeah, I guess that's good in aspect of fear of learning how to be disciplined. That's, yes, that to me, that was the best part of the military for me. The travel is one. The meeting different people in different cultures was another, and then also the discipline, being disciplined. Now, that discipline didn't work on everybody. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because if it worked on everybody, we wouldn't have veterans that are in jail or veterans who are dead because they did something that caused their death. And I'm not talking about just suicide. Discipline can come in many, many, and discipline can also be a form of abuse in some relationships, because I've seen that happen too, where you make your son do 100 push-ups and his hands are bleeding, right? That's discipline, right? It's supposed to be a form of discipline, but also exercise is a form of punishment too. I'm just saying, because I used it as a form of punishment when I worked with YCP. We couldn't hit them. We couldn't do anything to, especially when they did some real bad things. We exercised them. That's what we did. And it worked. I mean, they didn't like me coming back to work after I had a good day or a bad day with somebody, because that was my way of being able to discipline them. Is we have these little green books. I don't know if I told you the story before. I have plenty of stories. I'm 62. Okay. So we had these little green books we used to carry around, and I would keep mine in my pocket. So I was having a hard time getting these young ladies to act right. So I was like, let me see what I could do. I said, let me see. I didn't know what I could do to keep them from acting crazy, because like I said, you can't hit them and you can't do a lot of things to them. So I said, okay, let me see if I can do something they already do. What could I do that they already do? And I thought, oh, exercise. So my routine was, if I worked with you all day long and you didn't give me no problems, you're good, because I worked 12-hour shift. So I had 45 girls for 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometime on the weekend. So if we have a day full of everybody acting like they got some sense, that was a good day. If we had a day where some people wanted to fight, cuss, argue, I'm telling them not to do this over and over again, I would pull out that little book and I would write their name in it. So they know when I write their name in that book, when I get off at 5, I would come home. I would make sure Tavares had dinner. This before I ever even got married. And I would come back to work and I would bring Tavares with me. So if I come back to work and I pick up my book and I read your name off on out that book, you already know what's about to happen. So we had it's a sand pit. If you ever go on Fort Boulevard, where YCP is, they have a sand pit. I don't know if it's there now because it's been a minute since I've been up there, but it used to be a sand pit right across from the barracks. And so from the time I get there, about 7:30, till about 8:30, we're in that sand pit. Now I'm not in the sand pit. I'm in civilian clothes, but they are. And by the time they finish in that sand pit, they're sand from the top of their head to the bottom of their feet. Now, when we finish, I tell them, go ahead in there, take your shower, and I'll see you tomorrow. I did that. That was the only way that I got the control I needed over those young girls. They hated to see me coming. If I came in the afternoon, see, a lot of times they didn't even see me write their names in the book. So they don't even know I was calling them until I get there. And they'll look, Corporal, who you here for now? If I don't call your name, I'm not, don't worry about it. That's what I would say. I would stand at the door. If I don't call your name, don't worry about it. Go keep doing what you're doing. When I call your name, they know to go straight out to that sand pit because that's where we're going to be. And it broke them from giving me a bad day all day long while I'm trying to take care of these other 50, 45 kids, young ladies who's trying to act right. It's always about 3 or 4 of them that's going to do something. So those were different ways that I was able to control them in the way we talk about discipline. That was the only way I could discipline them because I can't hit them. These kids were something else, y'all. But that was the only way that and you guys, when they graduated, we all cried because you get a bond. You build this bond with these young ladies who have been through hell at home. And this is the only place where people paid attention to them and gave them love and chastise them, like having that mother figure in a uniform. That's basically how it used to be with us. They knew they had to do certain things, but we always got to have a couple of them that got to try you. They got to try you. So I tried them out at the sand pit. And I know I have to get up the next morning because I got to be there for 5 o'clock. So by 8:30, I'm in my car. Hmm? Hmm? Oh, I'm sorry. I went off on my tangent. I'm sorry. That story came out. But that's what I would be doing, basically. Um, I was going to do the military thing anyway for me. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go into that tangent, y'all. I feel bad now. I took up all y'all time.
No, you
Not.
shouldn't feel bad. No,
I do. I feel bad. I'm sorry.
no.
But I thought I just wanted to tell y'all because I did ask the question, and I got my answer from you guys. But yeah, so that's I would have still probably, like I said, I would have done my 20 years in the military and retired and be traveling. I would probably be overseas somewhere. I really secretly want to move to Panama, but my husband don't want to go because that's where I would be in Panama because Panama is beautiful, but it is part of the United States, which I didn't want that either. So I was in a quandary right there. So anyway, it is already 9:33. You guys, we did a 2-hour show. I am so happy. You guys did awesome. Um, now that we know, we have to ask the question, what before we start listening to somebody? What's the question?
Are you actively listening?
That's right. That's right.
Right.
When you're talking to somebody, before I talk, I want to know, will you be actively listening? So were y'all actively listening to my story or y'all were just listening?
Yes,
What?
I was
ma'am. We
actively
were.
listening. It's a
Okay.
great story.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
it is.
Okay. And it's not made up. It's my life. Actually, it's worse
No,
than
it's
that.
not because you've told the story before, but I enjoy listening. I
See,
do.
you can tell you're getting older because you start telling stories over and over again, right? Was it the same? Look, sometimes the story deviates a little bit, but it's the truth, okay? But yeah, so y'all just made me feel like an old lady, like dementia sitting in. Because when people have dementia, the first thing they do, they start telling stories over and over again, over and over again. But hey, a good story is a good story, no matter who's telling it, right? But remember, your story is what? Is whose story? Your story is whose story?
Your
Do y'all
story.
hear me? It's your story, right? Nobody can say it didn't happen unless they was there, right?
Right.
So I have a witness that was there with me, so they know I'm not making up this stuff. If my sister was still alive, she would definitely could tell vouch for some crazy stuff we did in the military. But anyway, so now chapter 5 comes Saturday, 7:30. We got everything out the way so far. We were supposed to go over our worksheets from chapters 1, 2, and 3. Would y'all do me a favor? How about y'all do me this? How about y'all send me your answers to chapters 1, 2, and 3 from the workbook? Can y'all do that?
Okay, because
Hello?
I think I
You
kind of
want us to send the
missed
answer?
1 and 2. I'm not sure. And this is
Huh?
out of the same what we're doing now.
Yes. 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 Do you
Okay,
have
well,
the
I can
workbook?
send it.
yeah, I'm looking at the book. I just have to go back and see if I
Yeah,
have
that's
the
what I did
workbook.
too.
Linda Bell, let me see. I can tell you whether or not I
I
sent you
have the
one.
worksheet.
You probably did.
No, I can tell you right now if I sent the workbook. Let's see who the workbook went to. Yes, you got it. I sent one to you, Latasha, Linda, Miss Hall, and Kathy. So all y'all do have it because I'm looking at it right here on my email.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have it.
what date you sent it so I can look on my computer?
Okay, hold up. I think it was May 19th. Yeah, May 19th.
Okay,
Sent it.
this is the emotional
The
mastery you're
intelligence.
talking about.
Yes. Uh-huh. That's it. Hmm.
Okay, all right, I'm looking at it now.
Okay. Now
So you
that's for the yeah, that's the book. You have the book, the ebook, and then you should have the workbook for it.
okay?
The workbook is in Word. Let me see. Yeah. Hmm.
So
It
you
says
want the answers to the workbook?
I didn't hear
yes.
you. You went out.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you. This is the workbook. I'm gonna show it to y'all on the screen. Hold up. Let me make sure y'all can see this. That's the workbook. Hold up.
Okay.
This is the
Yeah, I
workbook.
have that.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that now.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're on chapter 4 right now. So I just need I just want you guys to go over. There are not that many answers for chapters 1, 2, and 3, and just send them to me in an email or yeah, just send it to me in an email.
Okay, chapter 1, 2, and 3. Okay, yeah. All right.
Okay.
And what about your vocabulary words? Did you guys get your vocabulary words done?
And not all 50 of them.
Well, I did mine. I wouldn't,
So okay,
I ain't gonna lie, I did.
so can you screenshot it, Latasha, and send it to me that you did them all?
Yeah. And don't laugh at my paper either because some of them ain't a notebook.
Okay, that's all right. No big deal. No big deal. Miss Kathy, she said, I have, okay, you have to look. Let me know if you got the workbook, but I think I sent it to you too on the same day, May 19th. I sent it all at the same time. Um, and so that's chapters 1, 2, 3. And if you have to go back to your book and read or whatever, that's fine. But I think those questions for this workbook was it was a basic about emotional intelligence and not directly from the book. Okay, so keep that in mind when you answer these questions, so that you're not going to probably find them in the book, but they were based off what we were talking about, like the role of self-awareness. Who am I beneath the mask? So basically, that's what that is. So yeah, so that's what just yeah, she said yeah. Yes, you sent it. Okay. So just you can answer it and then send it to me in the email. and then we'll have that out the way. So when we meet again on Saturday, I promise you, I'm not going to go on these long, drawn out stories again. Saturday, when we meet up, Saturday, we can go ahead over chapter 4. And you guys, I wouldn't give you a sneak preview of the new book we're going to be doing, but I'm awake. And we're going to be talking about shadow work because that seems to keep coming up. Seems like all that we're talking about is leading to that. So we'll be talking about shadow work. So let me ask you before we go another question, one more question. So what do you guys think shadow work is? Anybody give me an answer what you think shadow work is?
Doing the same thing over and over. I'm just guessing.
Working on
Okay.
yourself.
Say that again. What'd you say, Latasha?
Working on yourself, doing the same thing. Just like she had just said, doing the same thing over and over again.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Working on yourself.
So keep that in mind, and I want you guys to look that up and then tell me what you think it is. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I want you guys to have a great evening. Thank you so much for this time. Um, thank you guys for making me laugh. Thank you for learning. You guys have no idea what you do to me. You guys make my day. I'm serious. I look forward to talking to you guys all the time because I have so much crap in my head that I need to give it to somebody. I need to share all this mess with somebody. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm hoping we're learning from all of this. But like I said earlier, I learn from you guys just as much as y'all learn from me. I mean, I'm serious. I do. I learn so much from you guys. And being black women, we don't. Now we gossip together and we feel all comfortable to do that, but to actually talk about ourselves is a whole different ball game, and it's a whole different atmosphere. And this is what I love about what we do is because we can talk about other than gossiping and all that. We can talk about us, how important we are to us, and how life is come, when life come at us, how do we handle this? What do we do? So I'm hoping when we finish this year that we can definitely, we have to get together and see each other. We have to. The only person that's out of town that lives out of the country, I mean, out of the state that I know of is Miss Hall. Miss Hall lives in Georgia. Everybody else is here. We've got to figure out a way that we can all meet up together and have a good time personally and laugh. We got to figure that out. So that's something you guys can think about. We don't have to spend a lot of time on each other. I think we do enough on here, but I think we should be able to spend at least an hour together, laughing, and talking, and just enjoying ourselves. So I definitely want us to do that. I think we can do that. So before this year's out, I think we should make a date for that. Okay, we'll talk about where we want to go, what we want to do. We can go bowling, we can do anything. We can go eat and just sit back and relax and just talk and laugh because y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it, every bit of it. So, um, so I'll see you guys Saturday at 7:30. Yeah, if you're available. If you're not, that's fine. We're still gonna be doing the show regardless. Um, so everybody got something to do. Everybody got something to send to me, right? Um,
Yes, ma'am.
if you can get chapter 5 already read, so when we come back again, can you do that before Saturday? I'm quite sure because this chapter is not long. You can read chapter 5. Miss Dixon, you guys, Miss Dixon is a star pupil. She's already read the whole book already. Okay, she's already got the book down pat, right? So I
Yeah, I
figured,
did. I read the whole book, but I still want to go over with everybody. The only reason why I read it is because I was, had got interested, real interested in it, and I kept going.
Okay, so that means, okay, so when we in this class, guess what y'all gonna have to do?
What?
What y'all think I'm talking about?
Are we actively listening?
Yeah.
No, you got, this is what y'all have to do. Y'all have to do a book report.
What?
Yes.
I hate book
No,
reports.
not, no, hold. Let me take that back. Not a book report. Let me say this. A book review. How about that? That's not gonna be hard to do, y'all. I need, can y'all do about 2 pages? Is that too much? A 2 page book review.
Do
You
you
got
know how long I've been out of school?
mm-hmm. It don't have to
Lord
be
have
perfect.
mercy.
I'm not asking for perfection.
Uh,
Okay, hold up. Let me see how many chapters you got in
I didn't like to do them in school.
here. See, now you got to do it. Now you got to do it since you said that. So it
Mm-mm.
is 9 chapters. So that's not a lot. Yeah, that's only 9 chapters. You can do it. You can do it.
Of
Again.
the book that we're going over now.
Yes, this book that we're going over now. Yep, 9 chapters. And y'all, look, we only got 4 more chapters to go after Saturday, and we're doing good. Oops, let me take that back. We got 10 chapters.
So when we have to turn it in?
Um, we'll get that date after we finish the book. Yeah,
I
it's
want
got 10 chapters. I apologize.
I want Miss
Okay.
Dixon to know that she's my hero because she's doing everything.
Yeah. Oh, she's look. So she's what you call that? What you call that? Teacher's pet. That's the teacher's pet.
Y'all,
Well, she's
if
my
I tell
hero.
y'all, if I tell y'all I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it.
I know, and you do all the time, Miss Dix. All of you
Please
guys are
believe me, I'm gonna do it.
y'all are all great people, regardless. I don't care. I mean, I do not care. Y'all, I get this. I want you guys to do this, not to keep y'all doing all this school stuff, but two, this is for you. See, school is for not only you, it's for other people. This is specifically for you. Because we go to school to make our mom and dads proud and our brothers and sisters proud. So everybody can look at us and be happy for us. Okay, this is for you personally. No, this has nothing to do. This is educating you on you, right? So this is a whole different feeling to have than it was when we were in school. This is for you. This is information that you can go back to that you learned, right? For you, not nobody else. Because I know when I went to school, I wanted to make sure my mom was proud of me. So that's why I graduated. I didn't care if a baby was in my belly or not. I still wanted to graduate. So that's why I'm saying this is not for everybody else. This is for you. This is your education about you. And just imagine you're improving yourself in the process. You're growing. Because we talked about growth on the first Monday. You're growing. Things are different for you now. So this is why I love this, doing this for you guys. It's all for you. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Have a great evening. Tavares wasn't going to do a show tonight. He said he couldn't think. He was just like out of it, so he couldn't do any thinking. So he said he wasn't going to do a show. So that's good. So y'all got a break. That's why y'all wind up at 9:48 with me. Tavares was doing the show.
I'm gonna have to put you in the corner. You're gonna have to stand in the corner.
I, I, I enjoy. I enjoy.
I hope you guys do. Miss Kathy is off the today. You look today, Kathy. Between Kathy and Linda, Latasha, we gonna have to do something because they were kind of rough today. They was kind of. Uh, I didn't want to put the dung
That was all
sanitation.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
That
but
was
they were.
all right.
Yeah, they were funny. They were funny. I just wanted to pick on them too. Okay. So you guys have a great night again. I'm saying it for the 18th time because it's like I don't want to let y'all go. I don't know why. Because then I got to deal with my dogs. Because let me tell you what they do. They sit at that door. They literally sit at that door until I open it. So it's not like I can get away from them because they're gonna be at the door when I open the door. Okay. So you guys have a great night, and bye. I'm getting ready to end this show right now. Right
You
now.
too. Good night, everybody.
Bye bye, squeeze.
You too. Good night, everybody.
Good night.